I'm so impressed that you all took the time to write an answer to the question, and you've all got varying levels of understanding. So what I want to do today is teach you a new strategy that I want us to try together, and then you're going to work in small groups, and I'll come and talk to you a little more individually, okay? You are going to find key or important words in the question before you answer it, okay? I see you shaking your head, so I think that you understand what I'm saying. I want you to take your pencil, and I'd like for you to either circle the words that you think are the most important words, or you can write them to the side of the question. But remember, you're circling words that you think are going to help you to find a specific place in the passage for the answer. Take just a second and do that. What was one of the key words that you circled that you think is really important in this question?
So when I was looking at it, like kind of what I saw was like looking at the idea of like equipment. I said the scientific tool, because you have to use all the tools like you know, like spacesuits and all that kind of stuff when you're going up in space.
Right. All right. Well, I really appreciate the fact that you were looking very carefully at the question. I do think that you're right about a scientific tool, but look in the question itself really carefully for just a second. You said a word that's in the question that was important. That is a scientific tool. What word is that?
Microscope.
Well, is microscope in the question itself? Look at the
Oh,
question.
oh, no. Let's see. What? Equipment. Equipment.
Perfect. That's exactly right. And equipment can be a scientific tool like some of the ones that you were just naming, okay? But we're going to go back in a minute and look at the passage and see what specific equipment is listed there, okay? Very good.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm still so confused about like why my answer is wrong. Because it seems like when we look at the equipment, like it seems like the microscope would be the answer.
Okay. And I noticed in your answer, you had a good answer that was specific, but I think that if you look at the other key word that we're hopefully getting ready to talk about, you'll see why your answer of the microscope was not the best answer, okay? Sometimes when we're looking at questions, if we look at the action that the question is talking about, that is also an important word. So did anybody, Savannah, did you circle another word in the question that you thought was important besides equipment?
Yeah, so I said equipment, and then I also I circled discover.
Okay, very good, very good. That is the verb in the question, and it's the action that we're looking for in the passage. So Savannah, how about you and Dev? You work together, and as you're finding a way to revise your answer, talk to each other about what you changed and why, okay? And then I'm gonna work with Harrison, Jasmine, and Ethan for just a few minutes. And then if you get finished with that, it's okay to go on to question number 2 and use the same strategy for finding the keywords in that question so that you can move forward, okay? All right, so let's talk group for just a minute. Harrison, let's look at your answer that you gave, okay? Can you read me the answer that you gave?
Yeah, okay, so I said that scientists found craters full of water on the moon.
All right, so I really appreciated the fact that in your question, you use specific evidence from the text about the craters of water, okay? But my concern about your answer was that it didn't include any equipment, right? Because we decided, you told me equipment was an important word, yeah? So,
Yeah.
so what do you think? How might you revise your answer so that it includes equipment? Did you find a place in the text that you could do that?